Be Joe Ingles starting with Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench. Clarkson started Saturday. LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Although Frank Vogel, the Lakers coach, told us before the game it's possible AD could play in the Lakers' next game. Rudy Gobert Saturday and having him tonight. What do you see when you watch Gobert as to the level of his importance with his team on both ends of the floor as O'Neal hits it?
Screening, rolling, diving to the cup, opening up everything that the Jazz do.
Conley off the Gobert screen. Here's Kuzma. Fires into Drummond, who had 27 points on.
So they're good enough to win on the road, but that home court advantage in Utah with that fan base is absolutely second to none.
Shot clock down to 5. Another good defensive possession here.
And take the hit from Drummond.
By Los Angeles. Gobert, though, with
season across the board.
An all-star this year for the second straight year. In the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
That means more than having talent, because talent damage doesn't have an effect in a playoff series. You need to have guys at 100%.
Schroeder dribbled. How much are you considering that when you start to talk about whether we want to rest guys going into the playoffs, knowing that the schedule's more condensed this year?
To me, no matter which seed we're at, we need to be at 100%. When you're talking about the Utah Jazz, it's about making sure guys are healthy, but I wouldn't rest guys. We're going to continue.
Counted by Ingles. Bogdanovich driving. Good ball movement. Ingles caught it right at his eye.
Man movement, unselfishness, making plays for one another. This is a complete basketball team.
Caldwell Pope able to answer. Careful with star players as Caldwell Pope gets a steal. It's hard not to say Utah's the best team right now. They have the best record. Stage 42 and 15 is the best in franchise history. Drummond working hard on the offensive glass. Gets it out to Kuzma. 3 straight. Utah 4 of 7. Lakers 5 of 8. Here's Clarkson. Been so good off. Clarkson leaning in. Good teamwork there with Gobert. And Clarkson hits the full. Now in his 7th year. Out of Missouri, guy that a lot of people were sleeping on when he came out. He was a mid-second. Went at the end of the first round, traded by Brooklyn after the Nets drafted him.
Clarkson trusting his teammates. Mike
Clarkson with 1 on the timer, knocks down the 3, scored. Utah shooting 61% from the floor, even with that miss by Clarkson, as Utah was trying to get a 2 for 1. Here's Schroeder, as Harrell set a screen
on both sides of the floor. His presence, setting screens and diving, then protecting the rim. And I love what Quinn talked about. You got to recognize how you're being defended in the pick and roll action and get rid of the basketball. Similar to Steph Curry, that's something that they're going to have to deal with the rest of the way when they take falls like that. Because of
Schroeder with 9 points to lead the way for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope has 6. There's Horton Tucker.
Defense by the Lakers.
3 minutes gone by, second quarter. Utah by 6. Jazz with the best record in the league is Horton Tucker.
And you can understand why. The future's awfully bright with the talent that he has, and he's only getting better.
He only played in 6 games last year. Rebound. Clarkson spinning. Tough shot, but it goes.
Early on, we were up 3 against the Cleveland Cavaliers with Kyrie Irving. The game plan, we talked about it in the huddle, was the foul, not allow them to get a Jazz team.
Clarkson gets past his pick. Drummond missed the shot. He's 2 for 7 from the floor. Utah looking to run.
Is defending Drummond on the perimeter, on the post, and then off to the race.
Bogdanovich spins past his man, lays it home, and a foul. They've been thinking about for a while is how to handle the final month of the season in terms of.
And the starters were sitting down because they were up 20. They handled their business, and then in practice, you didn't abuse them.
So defensive rating this year, they've had 15 consecutive games with 20 or more threes. The record is 18 in a row by the Rockets 2 years ago.
Talent defensively and LeBron James.
Yeah, they're number 4 in defensive rating since LeBron James' injury. Time since the Indiana Pacers that went to the NBA Finals that you were a part of. Took a while to spit it out, but Pacers beat the Lakers.
Okay. I didn't ask you about the Lakers. There you go, man.
Context. Giving
we don't need that.
Love that. Here's O'Neill. And the timer at 7. Kuzma
Can roll all the way. I really don't have.
Trying to drive on O'Neill, got past him, and he puts it in. Tough shot out to Schroeder. Just outside a minute to go. Kuzma in transition, collides, but figures with 11 points.
That's a great job by Kuzma running the lane.
Since March 18th, LeBron James was hurt on March 20th. They don't expect him back. Lakers actually have a better road record than they do at home. 18-10 on the road, 17-12 at Staples. Utah with its largest lead of the night. Kuzma, he's averaging about 3 points per game more right now than he was prior to the injury to LeBron James. Here he is again with the mid-range jump.
Deal, and he wants to continue to win and compete.
Right, he got that 3-year, $40 million extension. Floater with the right hand. He's left-handed, but he makes so many of those with the offhand, and he's got 8 points now. Here's Kuzma again, drops it up and in. Safe. Here's Drummond. His floater is set. Bogdanovich scores.
He is a playmaker on the defensive end.
Gobert second
And tried to shoot a float over Gobert. This time he takes it to his
in the NBA and block shots and
down in this league. He's got to rebound the basketball. He's got to protect the paint, and then when called upon, give some scoring. And then
12-point Utah lead. 4 minutes gone by.
Ingles has
By third quarter, Ingles takes it all the way to the goal. Scoop shot. And it's rebounded by Gobert, his 6th board to go with 6 points. Utah by 14, largest lead. Now it's a long rebound to O'Neal. And this is a potent Utah team as Gobert
is loaded with young talent and going to be good for a while. He's got to be a guy that has his foot on.
They got the second best record in the NBA as Horton Tucker gets
Make plays. His problem when he overdoes it. About a week ago, we covered a game.
He's got 9 points off the bench. 16-point lead midway through the third quarter. That basket, 13 points now for Jordan Clarkson, the former Laker. Step back 3, Horton Tucker in rip. Ingles penetrating here, gets deep in.
Guys are taking whatever they want on the offensive end. High-powered offenses turn the basketball.
And Utah shooting over 60%. How about the Knicks, winners of 6 in a row? And they're currently tied with Boston for the 5th. Difficult's going to be not just the MVP race, depending on how Jokic and Embiid finish, but the All-NBA teams, because they fit into the whole All-NBA race, given what the Knicks have done as a team in the year that he's had.
There's going to be pressure on the people voting. And
Status, but maybe does he get back in the MVP race? He's missed 16 games, but obviously he's going to miss a bunch more before he comes back at the end of the month. Here in the third, Utah trying to get to 43-15. The Jazz with the best record in the NBA.
best 6-man of the.
Clarkson penetrating, tough shot.
But with that team, they're going to judge them come playoff time. Will they be together and will they win?
They've won 8 of their last. Young stars in the NBA.
He is absolutely special. Absolutely special. And has it. Roll. Conley goes away from it. Gobert, whatever it is, he has.
It's been so obvious watching this game compared to Saturday.
He does everything for him. Protects the rim, plays out a pick and roll.
Good defense by Niang. The ball batted out, and Morris saves it.
Saves the basketball and
Rise and fire from the corner.
chance to get 50. Was at the line shooting 2 with 48. Got poked in the eye in the foul. Missed 1. He's got to get better at the free throw line. He's chasing history.
Lakers trying to make a final push here. Schroeder to the basket, and that cuts the deficit 10 points in just a 2-minute span.
To defend pick and roll action.
Conley scores, and a foul. Just an injury replacement, but made it nonetheless. His first All-Star appearance.
Was pulling for him to make the team.
They had 3 All-Stars, Mitchell and Gobert the other 2. The first time Utah's had 3 players in the All-Star game.
Certainly was dominant big man in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, Drummond at 27 against Utah without Gobert on Saturday. Is hobbling for the Lakers. They can't afford anybody else to go down. Clarkson's 3 is on them, who couldn't handle the pass. And Utah with a 2-on-1. O'Neal gives it back to Bogdanovich for the layup.
Credit. It is not, it's the mentality of a good team. It ain't my fault that you're short-handed. Your job as a good team is to come in and take care of your business.
Best record in franchise history through 58 games. They're in the top 4 both of the season. Here's Bogdanovich.
And it's no fluke. Both of these teams are going to be around. They're not
in the mix for a team that can beat anybody in the playoffs, but it was really tough to see a week ago Monday. Loss for the season.
Well, they were in the discussion, having a real chance, but Jamal Murray's lost.
And at 35 to go. Tough shot in the lane. The tip won't go from McKinney, and then he put for 5 tonight from behind the arc. Matt Thomas off the bounce, able to be at Houston. Lakers will fall to 35 and 23. Utah shoots close to 60% from the floor, hits 15 threes. What Steph Curry did earlier tonight on ESPN against Philadelphia, plus much more.